We are here with Moose.
What up?
Like, I mean, there's a lot of sad people out there right now.
You think so?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah, of course. What are you feeling right now first?
You know what? In a weird way, I'm pretty happy.
Okay.
And the reason why is because I have no regrets on anything that I did in the house. I wanted to be loyal. I wanted to be an honest player, and I did that through and through. Although I made a couple mistakes early on, I was new to the game. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I kind of figured it out, and I'm happy I stuck to and stayed true to myself. So if that's what the reason I walked out is, I'm happy with that, honestly.
Okay, so your last chance to stay, though, was that secret veto.
Yes.
And it wasn't used.
It wasn't you.
Okay, who do you think it was?
Marty. We all know it was Marty.
I'm registering your guess.
Yes, please
And I
do.
will tell you nothing.
Okay, good. That's what I'm not fishing at all. Maybe I might be a little bit. But I do think it was Marty because he is a terrible liar, and he ran to that backyard as soon as we all kind of were trying to figure out who it was. He doesn't like to be in a hot seat. He wants to run away from situations. So my feeling it was Marty, and I understand why he wouldn't use it. It would make sense for his game or anybody else if it was someone else. They don't want to they don't want to associate themselves with a big player like me.
A big player like this one.
For them to get
Right.
shot at later. So I
Right.
get it. I honestly get it.
Okay, so tell me about your campaign because,
Yes.
my man,
Yeah.
you are very, very good with your words.
I dabble. I dabble
Okay.
in campaigning.
So where did you think you had an in? Like, did you find any soft spots there?
I really thought that having Gino and Jace in my back pocket to start was a huge booster because Gino being the deciding vote means that 3 people was all I needed. So I was really using that to try to build a platform going forward. And I think if people knew that one person was committed to me, that it'd be easier to swing the vote, especially considering everybody is telling people where they're voting at the end of the
I was gonna
day.
say, it's tricky though because you tell the showmance, I'm coming for the showmance, and then you tell everyone else.
Yeah.
No, you tell the showmance that I'm coming for everyone.
Yeah.
At some point, people start to compare notes too, right?
Yeah, of course. That definitely makes sense. And I try to be very honest with the showmans and telling them, hey, I'm telling people I'm coming for you, but I have your back, believe me. Maybe they didn't really feel that way and they're like, Moose is just blowing smoke up our, you know?
Well, way back in the game,
Yes.
seems like a lifetime ago.
Right.
I feel like you had your spot blown up. Maybe you were excited, you were new, and you were trying to play the game, and people,
Yeah.
and you were dropping names left, right, and center.
Yes.
And then you kept dropping names.
Yes.
Do you think that had an impact on what happened this week?
I don't think so. I think that the whole blow up that happened in week 3 was pretty dissipated by now, and people knew I was a big player just because I had started winning competitions. So that really fell off after week 3, especially with how people were feeling about Kyle and all the lies that were spread. So I was absolved of anything bad happening because of that. I think this week was purely just the campaign didn't work. I think people wanted to just get rid of me as a bigger player, and they saw Summer as either somebody who wasn't a strong competitor, who might not win, or somebody that was really, really committed to them for the long term, and they wanted that instead of me, who was running around to different people making a lot of promises. You know?
It's tough. Sometimes it's not you, it's me. Like,
Yes.
there's that kind of thing.
Exactly.
You didn't get Josh's vote.
I
now,
didn't.
you have picked Josh before, a couple
Yes.
times as house guest choice. Are you surprised?
I'm super surprised that Josh didn't pick me, honestly. I'm still a little salty about it. I'll definitely get over it in the jury house, but he was, he was committed to Herms. He was supposed to be committed to me, and back-to-back weeks, he was disloyal. And it was hurtful to know that somebody that you really, really, really had their back from the beginning of the game just really didn't care about you at the end of the day, which is why I'm saying I learned that it should have been an individual game. When Gino told me I was going up as a pawn this week, I should have put up Josh's name and said, pick him and not me, because I'll fight for you, Gino, and Josh won't.
Yeah,
I really should have done
there was
that,
a few
but-
other names to choose if you wanted the truth.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. But at the end of the day, it was like, I really thought he was going to have my back for the rest of the game, and he didn't.
What about Betty and Summer?
Honestly, I think they're deep.
Well, I mean, Summer was voting, but yes.
Yes, yeah, but I think Betty and Summer were pretty deep. I never talked a lot of game with Betty, honestly. We knew we were in an alliance, but never ever got into the depth of both of our games and what we were trying to figure out. I think Summer talked game with a lot of people, which made them trust her, whereas my game got surface level because I was trying to win an HOH. And if I did do that, I had to shoot somewhere. I didn't want everybody to feel comfortable and safe with Moose because that wouldn't have been unfair. Somebody would have felt backstabbed. And with that honesty element, I just didn't want to be friends with everyone.
Yeah, no, I totally get it.
you know?
And there's strategy to that for sure
Exactly.
too. I think you honestly were one of the most natural players I've seen for that
Right.
reason. Like
Yeah.
I think again, people thought you were more of a super fan.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa, sure, you've only watched season 6, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it's because you were somebody who really thrived in there.
Yeah, I did. I loved it. I love being in networking situations, Arisa. That's just I love being around people. So I was just keen to be in that environment, and I'm a competitor. So winning competitions as well as talking to people are things that go hand in hand in my life.
Speaking of winning competitions.
That's right.
Let's talk about the chain of safety.
Yes.
Okay, what was that like? Because first of all,
yes,
you had just lost your girl, Tanisha, who you were very close to. A lot of people called her the glue of like so many other different people.
Right.
What was it like to lose her and then immediately go into a comp and then crush it?
You know what? This is what Big Brother does. It was an incredible amount of emotion both ways. Thinking about it right now is making me emotional.
That was a crazy day, period.
It was a crazy day.
Yeah.
And like, I want to cry just thinking about Tanisha walking out that day because she was somebody I cared about so much. And then winning that chain of safety competition was so dope. You know, I felt my ish talking smack to Jess.
The ball almost went into the 1 and then went into the highest score. Like, what a moment.
You know what? People know that I bowl. So, you know what? I think the bowling gods were looking down on me that day. And they helped me out a little bit. So it felt good to have that happen. And not only that, get rid of somebody who I wanted to, which was Jess. Even though I didn't necessarily have a hand in it, I definitely chose who stayed safe. So that was even more satisfying.
And yeah, I mean, tell me about that. You got to keep, like, it was the chain of safety. And you got, because through the chain, you got to keep a lot of that squad safe. So what did that feel like?
I honestly was thinking about it when I was standing up there and I knew who I was choosing, and picking one person knew that I was keeping 5 safe within our group. So I knew picking that Herman would have got us safe all the way to summer, which was my main priority, but I really wanted Jess to be left on the outside as well. So what decision was I going to make that would have that happen? And I felt like Herms was the way to go, and sure enough, that's what happened. And I had 2 strong competitors facing off against Jess, which was even better. But
it worked out.
It worked out
for you. It did.
I'm sitting here, but it
did not
still
work
worked
out.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and what was it like losing Herman on a back door, another competitor, somebody, I mean, so fun to watch, like yourself. Like, what was it like losing him? I felt like he was like your big brother.
Yeah, honestly, he was. And like, you know, everybody really like, you know, gelled with Herman. He was just an easy, kind person to talk to. He was so funny, but, you know, I really looked up to him, and he was somebody I cared about so much in the game. Did I partially maybe want to get rid of him because I thought he would win?
No, and you mentioned that pretty early.
Yeah, a little bit, right? And it was somebody I think he was the best player in the game until he got knocked out. So part of me wanted to get rid of him for that reason. Part of it was because he didn't vote for me to stay the week before. Had he done that, I might have fought for him a little harder during his campaign, knowing that he would have been by my side. So it was one of those things that it was a toss-up because I cared about him so much, but I knew he had the chance to win the game.
Listen, there are no easy choices in Big Brother. None. Like, we would have no show if that was the case.
Exactly.
What kind of mischief are you two going to get up to in jury?
Oh, my.
I wish we had feeds.
I don't even want to know about what me and hers are going to get up to in the jury house. It's going to be a lot of stories that we can share now fully.
Yes.
A lot of things that we're going to be able to talk about. I think the one thing I'm excited for is to vibe out to our own music.
Yeah,
which
music.
Is going to be
That'll
good.
be nice.
Yes. Oh, my God. I'm so excited to listen to music. But honestly, I think we're just going to get even deeper and build a strong bond and connection. He's somebody I've cared about a lot in the house, and hopefully a friend for life.
There's very few people who get to have this experience.
Yes.
It's a small number. It's growing.
Yes.
It's a very small number, so I'm glad
yeah.
you're going to take that, you know, to heart.
Yeah.
Do you know who Marcia is?
Marcia the Moose.
Oh, you know?
I've heard of.
Okay.
So, yeah, we had
a legend.
Okay, yes. So I've heard of Marcia the Moose. You could tell secrets to Marcia. And a previous season.
Listen,
and then
the Moose on Moose Love.
Yes.
I mean, it's so sad we didn't get you.
Yeah, I know. I wish there was a little bit of a meetup, maybe a collab, something like that. But listen, I'm open to all.
There's
to all
still
things.
chances for that. There's still so many chances for that.
Hopefully.
Was this harder than you thought it was going to be, or easier?
Absolutely harder.
Yeah.
I definitely. It's going through trying to fight for your life in the game, as well as trying to balance relationships while also still trying to create enemies to shoot at.
Oh my gosh.
It's balancing so many different things, and I think the easy element was being with people. I think the harder element was competing for your life, fighting. Every chance that you get to try to gain power was a lot of difficult highs and lows of every kind. Sitting in your bed alone, wondering who cares about you. Then being in a group of people where you know people have lied straight to your face. It's a lot, but I think it was hard in the best way, and these are life lessons that I'm going to carry with me, forever.
Absolutely. This is I can't think of any other experience that will build your character like this one.
Yeah.
Strip it down,
Yes.
but build it up.
Exactly.
You know?
Every week.
Yeah, and you get to go to jury. Like, you get, like, the chance to mellow out.
Yeah,
you know,
which
with
is
your voice.
exciting.
That's going to be fun.
And for somebody like me who isn't really a Big Brother fan, to that moment of
You are now.
I am now. I'm gonna be a super fan after this. Believe that. But honestly, like that moment when you told us we were gonna be in jury and the house was open was still so surreal. I felt like I did something in the game and I accomplished something.
You did.
And
you did that.
Yeah, exactly.
You
and the
did
super
that.
fans felt that way, but I felt just as high as they did, which was it was cool. It was so cool, and I'm happy to be here.
Absolutely. Okay,
Yeah.
so who do you think is going to win?
Great.
Who do you want to win, and who do you think will win?
Okay, who do I want to win?
Yes.
Gino. I want Gino to take
Oh.
home the money, even though he's the one who got rid of me this week. And, you know, the Moose curse is real.
True.
I would like Gino to win, but he's probably going to meet us in jury next week. That's just the way it goes. Who do I think will win?
Yes.
If Marty wins HOH this week, I think he wins the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah, Marty's my guy, I think,
Wow.
for who I think is going to win.
Okay,
For
okay.
sure.
Well, I mean, only time will tell.
That's right.
And we'll see. And I will see you back on finale night.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see you
I
on
can't wait to
finale
see
night.
what you're wearing,
Yes.
what you look like.
Listen, I
hear
think
all
I
the
did
story.
a little. Yeah, I wore dress pants today, so I feel decent. But I'll drip out for you. I
Please,
promise. I will.
please do.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Moose. A
Yes.
lot of people are going to be very, very sad to see you go.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm so happy to be, connected to Canada in a deeper way. Talking to you, Arisa, this has been so incredible. So thank you so much. Thank
I
you.
love it all. I love
Yes.
it all. Listen, I also love getting all the fresh house guest gossip. And also, if you head over to Wendy's to grab a Dave's Double of fresh, never frozen beef, more meat means more to love, you too can be as happy as me. And you, considering you just got evicted, still joy, love,
Oh, still
happiness.
joy, love, and happiness. And I would take a Wendy's meal at any time. Believe that. I'm going to be. When I got that meal with Gino, I did the whole experience, honestly.
You really did. You got it all. All right, thank you so much, Ruth.
Thank you,
Okay, see
Arisa. I
Jerry.
appreciate it. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.